So, how long have you had these nightmares? Every time I close my eyes, I see his face. Alright, let's start it off from the start. Hey, it's rewind time. Did I say it right? Didn't sound right. The year is 2016. It's now been 4 years since the last good Call of Duty.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect.
And the franchise has taken a couple of wrong turns, to say the least.
A different god. Part of democracy.
It's where I come in.
Each year, the games are getting worse. And the sale numbers, well, I'll let Wiley over here tell you about those. May 2nd, 2016, Activision is about to drop the trailer for their biggest game yet, Call of Duty 13 Infinite Warfare.
Oh God, please, no! Oh God!
And let's just say it had a mixed reception.
Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
And breaks new records, all for the wrong reasons.
History is filled with liars.
3.9 million dislikes used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
November 4th, 2016, Infinite Warfare releases. And the interweb? Well, it does what it does best. Activision is quickly becoming the laughingstock of the gaming industry, so they do the only thing they know how, cause another World War II. However, World War II era has been milked dry a while ago by every single shooter genre, and Bobby Kotick and the boys have long forgotten the recipe for a good World War II game. So the game doesn't really do that well.
I joined here only in order to put the rating
This
110.
review can only be
Yet again,
unlocked
another
by
studio
buying
that doesn't provide anything else than
microtransactions.
piece of garbage cash grab game. These FPS series are so milk dry that they should just cancel the whole genre for a few years.
I'm getting very, very nervous and worried about the future of Couch Cow franchise Call of Duty. How can we keep it fresh and new? What are the kids into these days, huh? Show me something! What?
October 2018, we're going black to the future, baby. Call of Duty 15 Black Ops 4 releases, which is developed by Treyarch, Activision's Golden Boy. This one also has a new original concept.
Large, massive world where you have to survive.
We know what the hell Battle Royale is.
Just as Activision is about to count their money, there are some issues across the board.
Activision, if only you guys could just keep the taste out of my mouth for just a few days. I'd really like that.
The lackluster futuristic setting, no campaign, netcode issues, just to name a few. And the new Battle Royale mode that was supposed to be the Fortnite killer? Well, you need to buy the game to play it. So the game dies within a couple of months. It performed so bad that the sales are almost half of Call of Duty 4, which came out over a decade ago. And you know what that means. That's right, it's reboot time, baby! Early 2019, Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer drops.
There's a fine line between right and right.
And the gamers? Well...
Yeah, and I promised myself that I wouldn't be doing this, but here we go again! I'm getting on the hype train! Why do I do this every year?
With updated engine, back to modern shooter, and the face of their childhood savior brought hope back to the franchise. With each new trailer, more and more people were jumping back on the COD hype train. To the point where there's nothing anyone can do to stop it.
Stop the train!
And between the stations, there is some chatter that the new Call of Duty will have some kind of battle royale, which Activision is quick to shut down. October 2019, Modern Warfare releases.
No one wants a Claymore in this game. Nobody!
Activision is waiting nervously.
I know the footsteps is absolute disaster in this game. Everything feels really good right now.
This feels so good.
Don't get a weapon. Don't do it.
Turns out people actually like the game. And it does well, much better than expected. Bobby Kotick goes as far as comparing the release of the game to the Joker movie, which is ironic. But still, where Battle Royale? People asked. Here's your Battle Royale, Activision said. End of 2019. We start hearing rumors about the new Battle Royale.
Your mom, so your mom's a cow.
That didn't sound right.
That this is all leaked information.
Alright, there we go. The new Battle Royale mode will have a full integration with Modern Warfare 2019. 200 players on a large-scale map. The Gulag, where you have to murder a man to earn your freedom, which is all part of the Russian experience. It also comes with two modes, regular BR and Plunder, where you have to steal as much money as possible and escape in a chopper, which Bobby Kotick was personally involved in the development. February 2020, we get our first teaser trailer for Warzone.
They're targeting their own.
Desperation.
And the hype? Well, at this point, most people have moved on to something else. 3 months wait in internet time. You might as well be dead. Except for the leakers. They were working overtime. And Activision was working with banhammer time. Going as far as subpoenaing Reddit moderators. A Syrian, you say, huh? You are a go on mission Neckbeard Fedora. Take him out.
Stand by for confirmation. Oh man.
There are in fact so many leaks that you would think Activision was using it as form of marketing.
All warfare is based on deception.
And on March 9th, we get our first trailer for Warzone. Just 1 day before the launch. And the hype train has gone off the rails. It also indicates that Activision is ready to dump this game and move on.
But wait! There's more!
Possible outbreak.
We haven't seen this before.
Into virtual lockdown over
15 seconds.
5,
14.
5,
13.
7,
3,
2, 1.
I think I just saw a scope.
What? Let's go, baby. We did it.
Let's go!
Let's go, baby!
Let's go! No solution!
Okay, boys, here we go.
Where we drop it?
Under the map, over the map, between the map. Did you win your gulag? No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Cars that come to life. Cars that don't respect barriers. Ghost cars. Guns with cars. Guns that become dogs. Calling care package, it's packaged with more punch than care. Call the Exorcist. Because there are demons everywhere.
Oh no!
What is that on my screen?
Sleepy Hollow. Reverse Sleepy Hollow. Pass on that one. RGB train tracks that lead to the abyss. Where you get stuck in limbo.
Oh my god, stop bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me?
Wanna play some other game? So do the devs. Because the dev errors are rampant.
Right, bro.
Do you want to play a game?
So, despite those few bugs, is the game any...
Game sucks!
good? Well, yes.
What did you say?
It's true. That's why everyone got so excited. Because the only thing these guys had produced over the last decade was this pile of dung. It takes the Battle Royale genre and improves upon it with fast pacing.
Violence! Speed! Momentum!
Yeah, that too. Overall, pretty good map design with lots of different contracts. And the gulag, where there's a guy who's always waiting to punch you in the face. Which is a metaphor for life, I guess. So, how does it work? The BR is integrated with the Call of Duty experience everyone hates to love. You create a class in pre-game lobby with your favorite perks, craft a weapon with your preferred attachments, drop into the map, collect cash, and call in the care package. And grab the class you created.
Damn it,
If you can't afford your loadout, you are stuck with the guns you pick off the floor, which usually look like this.
This is disgusting.
And are filled with blanks.
Time to put his gun down!
Bro, this thing shoots marshmallows. It sucks!
You then shoot your way through this war-torn Eastern European city of Detroit and ride off into the sunset. Overall, pretty fun stuff. But the honeymoon phase didn't last for too long because the professional fun stoppers were just around the corner. Now that this is Activision's second take on the BR genre, they have cracked the code, which is to make the game free to play. Brilliant idea. It also has a robust anti-cheat in place.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Right?
If it works.
Like a cheater, hacker, man, and hacker.
Within a month of release, the cheaters are widespread, ruining and gooning in every single lobby.
What? What the f is that? Oh my god!
This is of course detrimental to overall player experience.
Is this what this game's about? Huh?
Come on, bro, we land first time! It is doof, dead!
And Activision's core values. So they put systems in place to combat this, where you can report people that you suspect are cheating.
He's cheating!
Clearly, that's just a gimmick to stop the widespread panic.
We really are gonna die!
And to make sure people don't stop playing the game. It doesn't take long before the word gets out that the game is overflowing with cheaters
and hackers. Call of Duty.
That's when they decide to come out with the following statement. Cheaters not welcome. Our security team monitors 24/7 to investigate data. The team reviews all possible cheats and hacks. We will continue to work as quickly as possible to ban.
Pants, he's currently blatantly hacking, closing in on a 100 kill death ratio.
So the community isn't very pleased with this, and they want Activision to know that.
100% hot. Damn you, Activision! And you fucking greedy corporate can stop on my fucking 18-inch fuck!
That's when they decide to bring out the ban hammer again. Banning on average 20,000 people every week. Pretty good of accomplishment. Those same people didn't reappear next week with brand new accounts because the game is free to play and the anti-cheat is just a guy at the back banning people by hand. Also, during the ban waves, Activision gets a little bit trigger happy, which results in some collateral damage. Are you a little too good at the game? Die, cheater! Accidentally hit a couple of lucky shots? Die, cheater! Did you get 151 kills in a lobby with 150 people, but you bought the latest weapon skin in the store? Well, that means...
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
6 months in, it all gets so convoluted.
They're all we've been through.
You're just too infested with Cheetos.
To the point where everyone is convinced everybody else is cheating. You have streamers accusing other streamers.
I think not!
You have Average Joe accusing streamers. And cheaters accusing Average Joe and streamers of using cheats.
I'm not a smart man. Never go for
Almost every single tournament with hundreds of thousands of dollars in prize pool have at least one infiltrator with cheats.
He could be any one of us.
Streamers then start hiring cheaters to fight other cheaters.
He only hacks if they're hacking on us, yes.
While begging Activision for help. Cheaters then upgrade to better hacks, paying $50 a month subscription fee, and then complain on forums if those cheats don't perform to their expectations. There's also word on the Red Street that Activision employees are selling hacks on the side to make some extra cheddar.
I've made the drop. All the materials you need are there.
But the height of it all was when Activision put up a sign welcoming hackers for the new season. Okay, maybe they didn't put it up directly, but they did do this.
It's hacking time.
Picking a literal hacker to become the face for the next season of Warzone.
Not a great plan.
Hackers accepted, of course.
C'est passé quoi là?
This whole cycle continues for almost 2 years until they finally decide to roll out an anti-cheat, which was marketed like this. Ricochet, we're also gonna get your family. But in reality, it's something more like this. Ricochet, it works differently.
Lies! Deceptions!
So, what happened?
Got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Now that everyone is stuck at home because of the virus, you have two options.
Oh, bother. Today,
either the metaverse,
The metaverse.
or go to Warzone. Within a month of release, the game had racked up a staggering 50 million players, and at the peak, 100 million. The viewership on Twitch and YouTube was also record high. Nobody was more shocked and thrilled about this than Activision.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
After all, it looked like they just dropped the game out of nowhere on March 10th. However, the reason for this early release was because the hype train had gone off the rails by the time they had their ducks in a row. It would have been way too close for the next hype train season and their yearly release schedule. So the developing studio was forced to release the game in its unfinished state in the slump period. Put the beta sticker to avoid any lawsuits and patch their way to a complete game later.
Minimal viable product.
Let's see what happens. Well, the see what happens opened the floodgate, and through that floodgate came everyone. It was also the first time Call of Duty game had been free to play, so they don't really expect there to be a big fuss about cheaters.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Who can blame them, right? It is, after all, a small indie developer studio worth $75 billion. They couldn't have seen it coming once the cheaters started coming through. They did put in some measures to combat them.
FBI, open up!
But every time you ban one,
two more shall take its place.
Mainly because the malevolence cheaters feel towards Activision is greater than the hate they feel towards themselves. They're a lot like the guys on Reddit.
Get a life, you fat!
You could give them the benefit of the doubt because of the pandemic. If you somehow had amnesia and just woke up from a 10-year-old nap. Is Call of Duty still good? Or if you stop the video right now.
Where's the issue? Monkey.
Alright, how are we gonna do this? I'm thinking 200 gigabyte update to start off with.
I'm a hard drive now.
Introduce a new playlist, 2 new guns.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
A couple of operators with fake guns. And some quality of life improvements, in addition to taking out some of the bugs. And we repeat this exact cycle 4 more times. Won't it get too repetitive? We can throw in a couple of trains that nobody will use to keep it spicy. We do love our trains. Don't you think they're getting bored by now? Well, that's what this lever is for.
Pull the lever, Frank.
Oh, yeah, guys! Oh my god!
How did it go?
I did good. I did good.
How are we going to top that last event? Come with me. Is that breast milk? This time we're gonna go big. Let's start off with 36 new guns, 20 operators. We reintroduce all the previous bugs while adding a couple hundred more and erase all those quality of life improvements. But we're going to add one small map that nobody will be playing in the beginning and everyone will be playing later when times get really bad.
Let me out of here.
That one is a feisty one. But why? The boss said to integrate a new Call of Duty into Warzone. But what if we say no? Well, you know what happened to the last guy. Aren't those two games built on completely different engine and framework? That's the nerds in the coding department's problem.
Here we go.
Bye, have a great time.
So, what's the plan for Year 2 updates? Well, I just received this tape. Let's check it out.
You are in a state of war. Active measures. The first stage being demoralization.
It takes from 6 to 8 months to demoralize the player base. Introduce minute changes, such as reskinning the same map over and over again. Put up some 5G towers.
Did you come up with a new gulag?
And change up the gulag about 8-9 times, for the sake of change, of course.
We promise lots of things, never mind whether the promises are fulfillable or not. The next stage is destabilization.
Players are now getting exhausted of being let down, and this is a perfect time to give them a glimpse of hope with a patch that will bring back the memories of the good old days.
You're in the good old days?
Most of them, they are programmed to think and react to certain stimuli in a certain pattern. The psychological shock when they will see in future. The next stage, of course, is crisis. It may take only up to 6 weeks.
No new content.
I'm taking a break. Flimsy, corny-ass game! Boring!
A kick in his fat and flabby body. The time bomb is ticking. With every second, the disaster is coming closer and closer. The danger is real.
Wait, are you sure we got the right tape? Isn't this how you kill a franchise?
Enough from the clown!
Finish him!
Now it's time for another integration with a completely different World War II game.
Boring. We've seen it all! From World War II, man.
They introduce a brand new jungle island map.
It sucks!
And if you're in the jungle, there's only one man you can rely on. But Fortnite already got to him first, so they put a mask and some bushes on his head and make him the face of this new map. Also, this time they break the game in so many places to the point where it ends up going through its entire life cycle within the first month of integration. So they pull all their resources together and go to work on Year 3 patches, which can be summarized into one of the two following categories: fixing all the bugs and glitches, plus quality of life updates, which they caused with the new map and game integration.
Now that's a lot of
Bugs. And 2, one last big operation before they also abandon the ship.
Time to abandon.
Kinda like a death row inmate getting his last meal before he gets a job at Activision.
No. Wait.
On April 2022, people wake up to the following email. Hey, you haven't forgotten about us, have you?
XOXO.
And at the end, there's a cryptic picture, which I assume to be a threat. Subsequent weeks, they follow up with more emails with teasers of a big event to come. And they finish off the marketing campaign with "Don't believe their lies" in a trailer.
Big CGI fight coming out.
If your team wins and you have chosen King Kong faction, Kong ends up beating Godzilla. And vice versa if you have chosen Godzilla faction.
My back! Oh, my back!
Overall, pretty good event, and I don't have time for this.
Spoiler alert!
Of course, it's all a scam. This is what really happens.
What's up, bro? What, bro? What's up, bro? Take a swing, bro. Right here, bro. Show some respect, bro. I do respect you, bro. Stop disrespecting, bro. I respect you, bro. Okay, I respect you, too. Oh, my God. Okay.
Sometimes a rock might find your way. Or a Kamehameha. And the response? As per usual.
Sucks! Child's game out here, ladies and gentlemen!
I think it's corny.
Some may call this
misleading marketing.
Me, I call
Activision goes, "We never said anyone would be fighting, and now we know who wrote that email." Hey Frank, brought you some milk. It's fresh from this morning.
Meta.
All of the changes so far trump compared to the monkey wrench they throw in the weapons and game balancing.
Surprise!
Brutality. There are over 50 weapons in game at launch, but really there are only 2.
What do you mean by that?
You see these 2 weapons? They shoot like this.
Ever seen guns like these before?
And the rest shoot like this. So naturally everyone starts using boomsticks, otherwise they will lose the gunfight and be dishonored.
I hope your dad sucks you later.
That's not shoddy, is it?
You're the biggest ever, bro.
24 hours.
So within a day of new patch release, you go from seeing this,
If you can't beat him, join.
to this. How does everyone figure out which gun packs a punch? Well, the guns they add to the arsenal with each new patch are always the boomsticks. And because this is the only real change to the overall gameplay, we start seeing videos like these.
In today's video, we're Safari. This gun was brand new with an assault rifle.
People then complain that they get sent to the Shadow Realm before their feet touch the ground.
I quit. I'm done for the day. I'm done. I need to take a break.
Activision sees that little Timmy isn't having fun and is about to uninstall the game, and along comes a nerf. A month later, right before the release of a new patch with broken guns.
You think this is funny?
Occasionally, they throw in an invisible skin to keep the game spicy.
Spot the rose skin. Ready? See it at all? You don't? Do you see it? Now you see it. Now you see it. Look at it. Watch as it disappears.
Which also causes some uproar.
I can't even see him! Fuck, man!
This one is so hard to nerf that they have to create a brand new map to get rid of it. And it's back. End of year 1, as the game was finally getting on the right footing.
Say hello to my little friend!
Crisis. This time, every weapon that comes with the integration goes like this. Except for this one.
What's up now, bitches?
The DMR.
That one goes like this.
Damn, man. God damn it.
And every game and weapon balance they did so far has gone out the window. At this point, people have had it with all
These monkey fighting on this Monday to Friday play.
So they revolt.
It's the game! It sucks playing the and I'm f***ing addicted!
That's all the people are using! DMR! The DMR! That's all it is! The DMR! What is this bullshit? What the
It got so bad, people took to the streets. Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
DMR!
And where is Activision amidst all of this?
Are we gonna do something about it? Activision? What are we gonna do about this, Activision? What are we gonna do? And trust me, it's the f***ing camera.
Well, once they integrate the new COD into Warzone seamlessly with a major patch, they're off on a well-deserved 3-month vacation, which is also a reoccurring theme every year. Now you know why the nickname for this gun is Shell Shock. And there you have it. The next time you hear Mark talking about meta
comes from the Greek word meaning...
This is what he's referring to. It's when everyone is running the same gun, perks, equipment, skin, and even the same underwear. You never know.
Diversify your bonds.
May 2022. During one of their in-house fires, Activision is in desperate need for some good karma. Because it's a progressive company with big ideas, they have decided to take a leap for inclusion in video games. So now is the perfect time to reveal a classified project that have been in works for years.
Then check this out.
Activision presents King's Diversity Space Tool. Working together with the top scientists from MIT, they have finally cracked the code, literally, on how to turn people into numbers, once and for all. How does it work?
You assign number values to a character based on their physical disabilities, gender, race, ethnicity, skin color, sexual orientation, you name it, and assign a number value to that, grading its diversity.
Maybe I understood it wrong. Let's see it in action.
So the norm is the green area here, so that's a really, really tiny diversity space. Culture, she is Russian, so that's not very common. Ethnicity, she's Caucasian, so she's on the norm. Age, she's 28, so neither young or old. And ability, she is non-disabled, so she's on the norm there. Sexuality, you can't see this on the outside, and there is no information on this. But she does have some queer vibes, and there's been some rumors in the community, but we need to put her on the norm. And body type, she is a bodybuilder, and all those muscles are unusual for female characters, so let's put that quite a bit from the norm. And gender, she is a woman, so she is in the middle of the gender scale. All in all, she's got quite big diversity space.
If you have some questions, hands up if yes.
What the is going on? You know how it goes at this point.
Isn't that what tokenism is?
4 guys in a car, and there's 1 black guy in the car. And they are the person that changes the radio station to a hip-hop song and looks at the black guy thinking, hey, this one's for you.
Once the backlash happened, so did the backpedaling, deleting the original article and re-uploading redefined version. But luckily, internet never forgets. Why is any of this important? You wanna guess the first time they put this to work?
That's a bingo.
Let's see the new Warzone characters.
And then we have the Call of Duty team from Activision.
Choose your fighter.
You have your black guy.
Hey people.
The Australian.
Weapons.
Not Australian enough. There we go. The American. The Russian chick. The Japanese.
Samurai.
Very boring group of people.
Did I get the bingo? Oh, I forgot a couple of ladies. Almost had it. I gotta tell you, the memes, pretty good. Alongside the first article of them boasting of their achievement, followed by second article, throwing everyone under the bus.
This is
Activision.
You know, I could have forgiven them for all of this if they hadn't gone after my favorite plumber and his entourage like
Super
that.
Mario, would you like to
Also,
come up?
many people speculate that they released this as smokescreen for union busting, amongst all the other shady things they're up to. The meta, diversity tool, and the lackluster patches are all designed to redirect players to one place. Let's see how it all started.
The thing that Call of Duty taught him was that if he was ever in the field, he'd never make it.
Not bad.
World War II in a way they've never experienced it.
That one works. So does that one, I guess.
Can we expect a more serious approach to the customization and nothing too silly?
Yes. Now let's see how it all went.
Merry Christmas. Stay stash, filthy animal.
Eat. Your mom actually doesn't love you.
Zombie, zombie,
Within the first 3 months of Warzone release, the microtransaction sales went through the roof, with 1.2 billion and 5.6 billion in 2021. Once Activision found out they had struck gold, it is all in on the BR front. Every decision was now made with regards to Warzone and how to milk this newfound cash cow. New standalone Call of Duty? Crap. Nope. Make it part of Warzone cinematic universe. Quality updates?
Crap. Mega crap.
Too much effort? Game and weapon balance? Nope.
Crap.
Don't know how to do that. Anti-cheat?
What? Flying and there's a cheater on it!
I'm playing.
Hello?
How about cosmetics?
Success!
I never thought I would see Ghostface, Levi, Rambo, and Jigsaw with anime tracer-packed guns in a car going up against Godzilla while playing 80s hit songs during World War II.
Me generation.
Selling in-game cosmetics is still not enough though.
Every skin is trash!
It's time to take it one step further. Rig the game. Because it's technically illegal to add pay-to-win items to the game, which they learned the hard way from the last couple of endeavors.
Business. Yeah, and they introduced microtransactions alongside that as well.
But you know what's not illegal? Bugs. And there are plenty of those going around. So Activision develops a blueprint.
The successful premium game is based on two principles.
Step 1!
Introduce pay-to-win skins.
Step 2!
Let the word get out that the items purchased through Battle Pass and store do more damage than the regular ones.
Yeah, boy. Step 3!
Sit back and watch while those bundles sell out, while blaming it on a bug.
This is exact.
And finally,
Step 4.
Activision swoops in and fixes the bug. Just in time to introduce the new batch of pay-to-win items. It happens again and again and again.
Wake up!
They also made the game more grindy. Leveling up guns take longer, way longer, to encourage people to buy max level weapon blueprints from the store for $25. People instead head over to Plunder because they heard you can level up guns faster there.
It's not about money. It's about leveling up guns.
So they nerf Plunder XP, or take out that mode entirely. Weapon levels and camos that you earn by playing the game are bugged, and these bugs usually take months to fix, according to Activision. However, any glitch that happened to give you more weapon XP is always magically gone by the time we get back from the toilet break. Strange, and so re-enter the hackers. They're a bit different this time.
The game is fun.
Weapon levels, camos, and skins that take months to achieve can now be unlocked by just killing one cheater in a lobby. They usually roam around, letting people kill them.
You are a bad guy, but this does not mean you're a bad guy.
They also hijack the servers, where if you're lucky to end up in one of those, you can max out all your weapons in under an hour.
Wait, it just said my gun went up to level 70 with 1 kill.
Blink, and those servers are gone as well. In Warzone, there's a hidden mechanic called
Skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is a system that tries to pair you with players of similar skill levels so that gameplay is balanced and neither team is getting stomped into the ground. Sometimes you crush them, sometimes they crush you, with a whole bunch of games in between that are fairly balanced.
Sounds fair, but this is unranked casual mode, and this is Activision.
I need that money.
Instead, they have a better idea. Find a player who likes to use a certain gun, but doesn't have any bling on it. Match him against a more skilled player who uses the same gun, but does have a flashy $20 skin on his.
Skill.
Let the massacre unfold.
Eat it. I'll beat it out of here.
The lesser skilled player gets the impression that he got dunked on because of the flashy gun, gets his mom's credit card, makes a purchase at the store.
Yes! Oh my god, yes!
Then that guy gets put into an even easier lobby to cause more mayhem, thus continuing the cycle. The same match rigging also applies to operator skins with finishing moves.
Is it wrong to enjoy killing?
Ask them about any of these schemes, they deny it. Try to collect your own data showcasing this, they shut you down, even though you can find the patent with a simple Google search. Which leads us to final part of this saga. Recognize that skin? How about that one? Wait a minute, what's going on here?
There's so many things wrong with this right here.
Good. They tried, I guess. It looks so sad.
Let's take a look at some of these bundles. Ah, the store.
Scum and villainy.
The only place in Warzone that seems to be bug-free all the time. Don't let the fake money fool ya. That's $24. So is that one. It's there for one reason only.
Offer the players a way to spend real currency for your fake currency, so they'll forget they're spending money.
The thing about Activision is that they would rather not pay to license those famous IPs. Or any IPs for that matter. Next step is to rip off other game franchises under the radar.
Imposter and a liar.
Still not enough. They do have a 70 bundle quota each season. Time to steal from the little guy.
Sale Lin, designer who actually was plagiarized by Call of Duty and Activision as he accused.
To their surprise, ripping off this skin got quite controversial quite fast. People all over social media started calling them out for it. And what does Activision do? They hit delete key, followed by a heartfelt apology.
We're sorry.
The guy who blew the whistle probably got hit with a shutdown request. The artist who designed the skin isn't disappointed. He's mad. All he wanted was some credit and a little bit of compensation. This is not the way, said Activision. Because just 1 year prior, they got hit with a lawsuit for doing the exact same thing with another famous Warzone character, which they had to make a payout for. They didn't even try to hide that one, hiring the same people and telling them to copy-paste that exact same setup.
We are really sorry.
They surely learned the lesson by now.
1 week later, DrDisrespect, of a variant from Doc's still developing an unreleased game.
They steal DrDisrespect's new game character skin. Still a World War II game, by the way. They also stole his game's fictional story for the Gulag.
They stole the fiction for one of our concept arts, just like they stole the fiction of one of our characters. A bunch of slimy guys over here.
We're sorry.
Now they learned their lesson. Okay.
1 week.
Popular VTuber named Project Melody.
The next week they rip off another creator. Okay, now they're just showing off.
We're sorry.
3 stolen skins in 3 weeks. Not bad.
But wait!
They also did a reverse Uno on a one-man indie developer over Warzone trademark dispute. But this time, they took a different approach. Offering him $10K for the Warzone name, he respectfully declined, saying it would cost a bit more to rebrand everything. Okay, now it's time for the usual approach. They straight up jumped to a lawsuit, which is still ongoing, alongside the 1,000 others. You know, I'm more surprised that they only took 1 skin from this artist. After the King Kong event, it was time to dump the game. Move on to getting people hyped up for the next Call of Duty in Warzone 2.0. The Halloween Zombies event was released in the middle of the summer.
Don't look at me like that.
To make sure it wouldn't get in the way for the next hype train. You have the broken promises of a rank mode that never comes, abysmal solo experience.
God, their solo experience is it's awful.
And the player feedback that they never seem to take.
Here's your answer. Like, please implement this by next week.
No wonder 50 million players quit the game.
Now it's a ghost town.
Those numbers keep on dropping off a cliff. And then there's the stolen breast milk incident, where they removed the locks from breastfeeding stations, effectively forcing women to bring breast milk from home and storing it in the fridge, which the employees kept on stealing for maximum gains.
It's hormonal.
That breast milk
Why would that be breast milk?
So this is?
But don't worry, 4chan is on the case, and they're closing in. Add all the sexual harassment and Cosby lawsuits on top of that, nothing really gets done around the office.
Slow down, baby.
You knew Microsoft was going to buy Activision when you saw Bobby Kotick walk to the office like this. Amid all the sexual assault allegations, he's ready to leave this sinking ship with another huge cash out. Unless the gamers stop him. November 16, 2022, Warzone 2.0 releases. And it's off to a great start. They just disconnected the Warzone 1 servers for 2 weeks while calling it server maintenance to push people over to Warzone 2. They buried the game amid all of this nonsense, rebranded it for the 3rd time to Warzone Caldera trademark, changed its color palettes to dark and grey colors to discourage people from playing it. They also took out all the fun game modes, and only leaving the beloved solos and quads. And that requires 3 friends to play with, which is 3 more than what I have. And now you know why I decided to make this little hit piece. And as far as Warzone 2.0, well, this is how that's going.
Let's talk a little bit about Warzone 2. Okay. Warzone. Look at that.
Warzone 2 is kind of trending downwards. You know, it's on this downhill descent and it's kind of snowballing out of control in a not so great way.
Bro, this is literally the worst game I've ever played in my life.
The Call of Duty numbers internally are nowhere near where they should be, and that players are ditching Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 and record numbers.
It looks like Warzone
never changes.
You can expect a video on it in another 3 years. They caught lightning in a bottle with this game, but they just didn't know what to do with it. This time around, however, they won't have a golden goose to save them. It's as the old saying goes, one good COD game, once every 10 years. It's a steep price to pay.
They're turning away!
Hope you enjoyed that one. If you want to see more of these, here are some things you can check out. If you'd like, you don't have to. Bye!